again, when you're bringing something that is not known, first you have to educate your customers. Please search, learn from other entrepreneurs who try to do the business here. So don't be afraid to ask. Believe in yourself. And it's a very competitive market, by the way.
Hi there, welcome back to yet another edition of Business. We are going to be discussing a lot of what you would like to hear as a business person, an aspiring one, already ongoing, and maybe a retired business person that is training other people. I can tell you the person I have today for you is going to be a blessing to so many of you that are hearing, because I have listened to her, I've sat under the sound of her voice, and I've learned a lot, which I know is going to be the same case for you. So without even wasting any more time, my name is Rebecca, and let's just dive in. Let's go in. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, so I am Mona. I have lived in the UAE for about 13 years, going up to 14 years. I have left. I am British Somali, and I left the UAE about 2 years ago, and I moved to Somali Land in a city called Hargeisa. And my background is entrepreneurship, corporate, and life coaching as well.
Exactly.
You didn't know.
It's amazing. Thank you for all the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
And you've mentioned you've been in the UAE for like 13 years, and you mentioned you went back home.
Yeah.
Can you tell us, take us through your journey here and how you left back home, and then you're here now in Dubai. So
Yeah.
all about that.
Okay, so actually I ended up in Dubai by accident.
Okay, let's begin
Let's start there,
Yeah.
right? So in 2006, I left the UK. I moved to Kenya.
Okay.
I was living in Kenya because I was like, I want to be in Africa. I want to live there. When I went there, I wasn't adjusting very well to the country, I think, at that time. And then I had to move in with my mother. So, you know, when you left home, when you're like very young, and then as an adult, you go back and, you know, constant like, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Yes.
Who's that?
You're like,
so there was a little bit of that. And then, and honestly, my sister was living here.
Okay.
So my sister was going to university in Dubai, and my birthday was approaching, and I was like, I'm going to go to Dubai for holidays.
Okay.
So I went to actually Mombasa because it was like near Christmas holidays coming up. So it was like in November, December. So I met one who's now one of my best friends and big sister. So I went to Mombasa and I met this girl. But at that time, the UAE was opening a telecommunication company called Do.
okay.
And my background is telecommunication. Someone found me, headhunter. He emailed me to say, would you like to, you know, come and work for this company? And I was like, I ran out of money because I was traveling for a whole year doing nothing.
Yes.
And so I decided, I'll go and give it a go.
Okay.
So I came to Dubai for holiday. I thought I'll stay for 6 months. And my goal, one of my dreams has always been to go and live in New York, but not the winter, but summer.
Summer New York.
Summer in New York, because
Okay.
the winter you can't handle it.
Yes.
So my plan was to come here for 6 months, make money, and then go to New York.
Okay.
I never left.
I see the plan.
13 years later.
So what happened to the summers in the New York?
Kid you not, Dubai sucks you in.
And Dubai has much more summer than...
Much more summer, much better life. I did make it for holidays to New York.
Yes.
But honestly, it's a standard story you'll hear for a lot of people.
Yes.
I'm coming out for 1 year, 2 years to make money. And
then
20
you
years
find
later,
yourself, you're
still here.
That's what happens to many here.
So that's the journey, how I actually came here was by default. And then I really loved it. I genuinely loved living in Dubai. And I came at the peak when the country was developing really a lot.
Yes.
And seeing Burj Khalifa go up, seeing all the roads getting built.
Wow.
So it was very, it was beautiful to be part of that growth. And you felt like you could do anything, you know, because you're in an environment where they're like, yeah, we're going to be the best in everything. So, and I was enjoying my work.
And
I
I kid
loved
you not,
my
they are
work.
doing it,
I was
yeah.
enjoying my company. I was enjoying life. Life was really good.
Yes, that part.
Alhamdulillah, it's still really good.
Good.
And so I ended up staying. And then about like 2 years ago during COVID, there was like family situations, and I ended up like, I was very curious because my dad was back home and I wanted to be with him. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to go and take care of my dad.
Okay.
So
I see
I
how
ended
you,
up,
how you all went. Okay, so the way you came in, vacation for 6 months.
Vacation for 6
Same way
months.
I'm going to take care of my dad and come back.
Yeah, I'm going to go and take care of my dad. So honestly, this is one of the reasons I decided to try it out. But I also wanted to be reconnected with my culture. I wanted to be reconnected with my country. I wanted to have a foot in Africa. But I always knew, like, Dubai is my left, like, it's my other side. I would never be like, I'm done with Dubai. I've never been one of those people. You would hear people go, I'm done. I'm like,
You'll never be done.
You will never be done. Because they spoil you, you know?
Yeah, Dubai is a spoiler.
It's a spoiler.
Yeah, so I see you going back home. You said in 2020 you go back to take care of your dad.
Yeah.
And then is it from there that you developed the business, or it was after that or before?
So it was a little bit before. So during this time, actually, so how we came up with the brand or the company or the idea was my sister, actually, who's my business partner, and she was pregnant. And of course, at that time, when you're pregnant, you're limited to what you can use on your skin.
Okay.
Right?
I see.
So and she was suffering from major insomnia. So most of the night she would be up, but bless her, she decided to be productive. So she started looking into things and we started having conversations. So some mornings, when I get up about 5 in the morning, I wake up to like 30 messages from my sister.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you think? And I'm like,
what's going on? Yeah.
But it was her way of, being productive.
Sure.
And at that time, she had skin issues that have recurred. And a few years before that, actually, if I take a step back, she was living in Sri Lanka. And she had a reaction to her skin. Yeah. And the doctors in Dubai and in Sri Lanka were giving her steroids or giving her creams. And then I had a conversation with her and I was like, try Qasil, which I'm sure
the great Qasil.
We will talk about it later.
I'm sure you'll hear so much about, because, oh my God, it's a deal. It's a big deal, yeah.
So I told her to so that was how the conversation started. And then when she used the Qasil and her skin cleared up.
She was like, still pregnant.
Yeah. So she was like, this is a great ingredient. We need to bring it to the Middle East. And that's how Black Flamingo was born. And
the main ingredient you've said is Qasil.
Yeah.
I want to hear more about Qasil.
So for Qasil, it's actually made, there's a tree called gob tree.
Yep.
G-O-B. And it's only found in East Africa. Okay. And few parts of India, some parts of India, and some parts in Yemen. But it's the Somali women who actually utilize this. And how it works is the leaves of the tree are taken, then dried, sun-dried. So even the process is natural.
It's natural.
Yeah. So it's sun-dried. After it's sun-dried, they crush it, they grind it, they sift it and clean it, and then they package it.
You can feel the love put in all the process.
It's 100% a natural process and 100% natural product. Yeah. So Qasil, the beauty about the Qasil ingredient is actually multi-purpose. So you can use it for your face as a mask, as a face wash. You can use it for hair, body, and you can even have hand treatment, if you're doing your manicure and, sometimes they do those, a cleansing, they put a scrub and then they wrap it up, right?
Yes.
So you can actually use it as a hand treatment or you can use it as a feet treatment. And the beauty about it, actually you can add majority of the ingredients. So you can add any blend, oil. Yeah. Wow, you can add any oil. Rumor has it that it is over 2,000 years old. And rumor has it, in fact, the Pharaoh's queen of Egypt used to use this to bathe as part of their ritual as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because the way,
and they were so
everything was
mindful of
trading.
beauty, like, beauty and wellness for the bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, they will put it in a milk bath and dip in it. And so, yeah, so it's been around.
And it can be used in different ways, like you've said. Now, when it comes to business, how have you been able to bring, because you said you were here and then you developed, your sister was pregnant, you went back home, and then the brand is born.
Yeah.
So how have you been able to blend it into the UAE business?
The journey of doing it, the registration stuff was quite easy. As long as you have the funds.
Yes.
It's quite easy to actually register it. The brand awareness, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to sell a lipstick. Right? It's a lipstick. So people know it's a lipstick. They will look up, they try, they see the colors. Is it for me? But when you have a new ingredient that you're bringing to the region, it's a lot of work. And we got lucky in the sense, like when we first were testing it, we had one beauty editor. Her name is Lauren. And she has no idea how much blessings we're sending her. She managed to try it out. She genuinely really liked it. And it was such a great feedback and boost to us. So we were first published in Qasil magazine. And then she published us in Cosmopolitan as the, if I'm not mistaken, was like the top summer products to all the products in the UAE to watch out for. And that kind of had a knock effect where other people start saying, what is this? What is that? Black Flamingo?
From a trusted publisher.
Yeah, but it was like she genuinely believed in us and she was very curious. And that's the kind of support sometimes, you need. Like you just need someone just to look at you and go, okay, let me try that out and let me support that. So we have 3 products.
Okay.
We have pure Qasil, which is just natural ingredients.
Qasil only.
It's still, and it's beautiful. So you can play around with it. You can do so much with it. And you have Qasil with turmeric. So turmeric has its own healing powers, right?
Yes, it does.
It actually reduces inflammation. It brightens the skin and it gives you that extra glow.
It does.
It's brilliant for dark or brown skin. And we have Qasil with pink clay, which is actually very popular. I like it personally.
Qasil with pink clay.
So what the Qasil with pink clay does is better for more mature skin, hydrates the skin more.
Extra hydration.
I get it. So we have those 3. We are working on other products.
Yes.
We're very open. We're experimenting. And that's my favorite part of my job.
And now back to the business part for the entrepreneurs who are starting, because I know you've been to that stage of starting a business from scratch. Of course, with a lot of love, and this is something that you love and it's from home. But of course, there are challenges and which things that keep us back as young entrepreneurs. What advice do you have for such people? I
think being adventurous is quite important. I think also doing your research, understanding. I think for a lot of people who are from the continent, I think it happens to me. I'll have a relative or family member who would connect me to another family member, be like, I want to move to Dubai, tell me what I have to do. And I might be giving them just a small portion of what it is like. And that's just my experience, right? Exactly. But it's important the person does the research themselves. We're in a global world of where we have access to information.
And information
everywhere.
is available, yes.
So please search, talk to the people as reconfirmation about the experience. Learn from other entrepreneurs who try to do the business here. So don't be afraid to ask. Believe in yourself. And it's a very competitive market, by the way.
It is. So you come ready.
So you're not coming in to compete with one. You're competing with international.
Millions of brands, yes.
So many. And it's a very diverse environment. Is the same for business. It's very diverse. But it's also one of the most beautiful places where you can actually start a business because Dubai has this vibe where it gives you can be anything you want to be.
That's it. You're the one to limit yourself.
Yeah.
The opportunities are endless.
Yeah. So you have access and you have to go and seek those access. But before you commit, come for holiday. Check out the life. Try, learn about the business, what it is. Learn about the market.
I think that will be it for today. We will have you back. I hope to have you back, and to make sure you don't miss us for the next video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on that bell and the notification bell so that every time I have a new video, you'll be there to watch it and enjoy it. Feel free to share the video, share with your friends, leave that comment. What do you think about our conversation? What questions would you have for Mona? Because if you ask them, I will come back to you. I'll direct them to you and I'll bring back the answers. Plus, I've promised a feedback when I use Qasil. From the first look, beautiful, 100%. The smell, that is it. The scent, that is it. I love it. It's natural. Let me use it. Allow me use it and I'll come back to you with feedback and so much more on this channel. Thank you. I don't want to let them go, but we have
Thanks.
Next time. See you next time. Bye.